Donald Trump. It's just me, Paula Poundstone. I was just playing with the cats. Even as a kid, I never thought Gilligan's Island was a good show. In recent days, however, I have come to understand that it was the most insightful, sociologically profound study of society ever presented. It was the howls the whole time. They were the problem. And that's what I want to talk to you about. I think you're funny. Sometimes you make jokes, and I think they're funny. But when you make jokes to rich people, they're kind of awful. Stuff like, I'm gonna make you rich. You're gonna be very happy. With that bad comic inflection you like to do. The rich people always give their privileged chortle. The one they use when one rich person tells another that someone tried to save them money on the pool on their yacht. He didn't. I watched your speech to the FII Institute Investment Organization. Those rich people look bored to tears. They have to listen to you so they can get the policies that keep them rich. When you do a rally to your followers, they believe you. These rich people don't believe you. They're on the clock. That's why they sit through your greatest hits. I call Biden Sleepy Joe. Those rich people probably made $100,000 each in tax cuts just in the time they spent tolerating that fresh thought. That's a video window for their underground bunker right there. Any group of human beings that weren't on the take wouldn't have been able to help yelling out, "You fall asleep all the time. You fell asleep standing up during a speech by your Environmental Protection Agency administrator," which couldn't possibly have been long because he's not protecting the environment. When you told them that you lifted 3.3 million people off of food stamps, they knew that in fact, you threw 3.3 million people off of food stamps. You didn't lift them off. They just don't have money for food anymore. I don't imagine the Howells are losing any sleep over it. They know you didn't solve 8 wars, but listening to you repeat 3 times in your speech that you had is like anteing up in a poker game for those rich people. It's just the price they gotta pay to be at the table. When you were talking about the military in Venezuela and you mentioned a general, you said, a general, a professional general. That rich audience must have been biting their lips not to laugh. Generals aren't professional. You never see a hobbyist general, a guy who dresses up in a uniform and inspects the troops in his backyard, unless you're talking about the Proud Boys. And oh my God, you introduced RFK Jr. in the audience saying he was working hard at finding the cause of autism. Have you forgotten? He announced the cause, as promised, at the end of September. It's Tylenol. You were right there at the important announcement. You told women not to take Tylenol when they're pregnant. You solved it. Autism is over. Thank you.